Thanks guys, that was amazing. Thanks so much. I'd say I was speechless, but I have one more thing to announce. Coming this year.
Nintendo Switch 2!
I might swerve in that corner, whoa, whoa, bitch, hold on tight.
Hey everyone, it's Nux, and today I am back with another Nintendo update video. And it's finally here. The Nintendo Switch 2 has finally been officially revealed. And I don't even know what to say. Like, it's just been such a long journey to the reveal of this system that it's honestly hard to believe that it's finally among us. And it's crazy. It's crazy to believe that we're officially in the next generation of Nintendo. Like, it just makes me look back over the Switch era, the Wii U era, and it just makes me realize, man, I'm getting up there. But let's go ahead and dive into my thoughts on everything going on with Nintendo lately and what I think is going to happen with the future of Nintendo. So before we get into all the recent stuff, I want to do a quick recap of last year. So last year was quite the interesting year for Nintendo, because I wouldn't say it was a really dry and bad year. Some Nintendo fans will argue that last year was unbearably, but it wasn't completely bad because we had a decent amount of solid games last year between Mario and Luigi Brothership, Echoes of Wisdom, the Paper Mario the 𝗵𝗲𝗄𝗎 remake. We had a decent amount of games last year. It was much better than the Wii U's last year because, again, a lot of y'all did not live in those Wii U trenches. You do not understand how bad going from the Wii U to the Switch was. But I don't know, going from the Switch to the Switch 2, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of rivals that period in terms of just being like very agonizing feeling. And I feel like the only reason is because of Nintendo and their lack of transparency sometimes. Like, it felt like it was taking them forever to officially show off this system. It was like, okay, well, the original Nintendo Switch was revealed around the fall time, so surely that's when the Nintendo Switch 2 will be revealed, right? But no, every single week we thought the system was going to be revealed, we would basically get nothing. And it just felt like Nintendo was dragging their feet on showing off this dang system. And I don't know why that was. Like, a lot of people have been really speculating on why Nintendo just waited and waited and waited to reveal this system. A big theory is that maybe they were waiting for the holiday period to pass because maybe they really just wanted to have one more holiday season with the Nintendo Switch and like get a big final push for the original Nintendo Switch before they reveal the next system. Because of course, when they reveal the next system, that's what everyone's going to be talking about. No one's going to be talking about the original Nintendo Switch. And maybe some people will, because it depends on how pricey the Nintendo Switch 2 is, which that's a whole other debate. But yeah, either way, it just felt like this reveal was long overdue. And a big part of why I especially think that is because of the fact that the system was freaking leaked. Like, up until the reveal of this system, we were getting a decent amount of rumors that pretty much painted a solid general idea of the system. Like, it was basically no surprise that it was going to be a direct successor to the Nintendo Switch, literally called Nintendo Switch 2. There were so many rumors about it that was pretty obvious at this point. But when we reached that period of January, you know, and it just felt like any day now they could reveal the system, but they were just dragging their feet on it. Of course, people who were manufacturing the system, who were making accessories for the system, and even making games for the system, were basically straight up leaking it because Nintendo were taking so freaking long to say anything about it that like, these people are getting impatient. Like, they got things they want to talk about and hype up, but Nintendo was just taking their freaking sweet time. So as a result, they just revealed the system. Screw Nintendo. And obviously I can imagine the Nintendo lawyers and the Nintendo higher ups are definitely not happy about that. I know some people definitely probably got eviscerated for this, but like, I think Nintendo really has no one to blame but themselves for these leaks because they just took so freaking long to reveal the system that it was gonna eventually leak. Like if you literally have it in manufacturing and you literally have it in the hands of people who are not the core company, it's only a matter of freaking time before it leaks. Like, that was just something so unbearable with this reveal of the system. Like they could have avoided these freaking leaks if they just revealed their system sooner. And I don't know why they didn't. Some people speculate that maybe they just weren't ready for the reveal, and maybe this reveal was just something they kind of rushed out at the last second. And while I don't necessarily 100% believe that, it's not like the actual reveal helps much. But before we get into the reveal though, which yes, I know it feels like I'm stalling, but this is just one more thing I really want to rant about before we get into the reveal. The fact that the reveal was shadow dropped out of nowhere. I hate this, bro. Like, there were rumors that the reveal was coming up. Like, there were rumors from certain people, specifically Nate the Hate. Ooh, that guy, he was on cloud nine when he was right about when the reveal was. But there were a lot of rumors about when the reveal was, but it was hard to trust those rumors because we've been just following blank rumors about the Nintendo Switch 2 for like years now. It was very hard to believe any of them because we've just had so many fake rumors. But for once, a rumor was actually right about when the Nintendo Switch 2 would be revealed, but it wasn't like with the original Switch reveal where they had a tweet, you know, giving you a heads up so that you could prepare and react to it. No, they just kind of threw it on the internet out of nowhere, and it was like, huh? Why? Like, why wouldn't you hype up the reveal of your new system, the jump into the next generation of Nintendo? Why is it just something you're throwing out there like, here, all right, just have it? Like, what are you doing? Like, not only do I think that that was kind of a stupid move in terms of like building hype for the system, but it kind of just pissed me off personally because I couldn't live react to it. Do you know how crazy I would have gone if I had seen this reveal blind with my friends? Like, we would have gone absolutely crazy. But no, because they just plopped it on the internet, like, people are just kind of like, oh, there's the Nintendo Switch 2. Again, like, I want to be happy that the Nintendo Switch 2 is finally here, but the way they handled this reveal just annoys me in a lot of ways. But all right, it's finally time to just talk about the reveal itself and just really break down whether or not if it was a good reveal on its own merits. So obviously, it mostly focuses on showing off this system, and then we get a tease for one game, and I will be getting to that one game. But yeah, in terms of the reveal itself, it was very bare minimum. And because of the fact that this reveal was very bare minimum, a lot of people argue that it was kind of a lazy reveal and not a good reveal. And what are my thoughts on this? My thoughts on this is that I do agree that it was kind of not as exciting as the original Nintendo Switch reveal, because with the original Nintendo Switch reveal, it had a lot of energy. You know, we had a bunch of people in this commercial looking trailer. We saw more than just one game, and it just felt like it made what the identity of the Switch was a lot clearer than this Nintendo Switch 2 trailer. But here's the thing. I think the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal did what it needed to do. It showed off the system and what its name is clearly. The fact that the system is called Nintendo Switch 2 makes it very clear that it is a successor to the Nintendo Switch. Because as you all know, we've seen a lot of people saying, oh, the name is too boring. Like, they should have named it the Super Switch or the Nintendo Switch with like the Wii in the title. Like, they should have named it something more interesting. This isn't the creative Nintendo we all know and love. And man, I cannot stress enough that I think people are too hung over that. I think at this point, Nintendo Switch 2 was the name and identity that we needed in order to make it very, very clear that this is a successor to the Nintendo Switch, because just the fact that they showed the system very clearly and showed how different it was from the original Switch makes the reveal for this system so much clearer than the Nintendo Wii U. And if you're sitting here and trying to argue that Wii U is a better name, like, what are you doing? Come on, y'all. Like, I like some things about the Wii U too, but some of y'all gas up that system too much. But yeah, I think this reveal did what it needed to do. And also at the very end of the reveal, that's when they fully confirmed that yes, the backwards compatibility will be both digitally and physically, which thank goodness. I cannot stress enough how relieved I am at that. So yeah, this system did what it needed to do. It showed off the system, it showed off the name clearly, it showed at least one new game so that you knew that this was something that had new games on it. But yeah, I feel like this did what it needed to do. We know for sure that this is basically going to be a stronger Nintendo Switch, and I just think that's the direction Nintendo needs right now. Because I feel like maybe there is some sort of new gimmick or exciting thing that Nintendo could do with like VR or something else weird, but I feel like building on the Nintendo Switch formula was just the best move for this next generation. I feel like after the Nintendo Switch 2, that's when we can worry and be like, okay, would a Nintendo Switch free really work? But building on just the base Switch, I feel like was very needed, because the Switch as a concept is really cool and it works. It's just that the original Switch system feels very underpowered and very kind of slapdash between stuff like the flimsy Joy-Con and all that stuff. So yeah, I like the Nintendo Switch 2 in that it's a very safe and understandable direction to take. Like, I know people love Nintendo being weird and wacky, but I feel like this was a time where they needed to tone down on that. And even then, this reveal does kind of have a bit of that weird and wacky energy, because apparently there's like a mouse gimmick. Like, yeah, this was something that was also leaked, so it wasn't a surprise, unfortunately. But yeah, one of the big gimmicks with this system apparently is going to be the fact that you can turn the Joy-Con into freaking mouse, like computer mouse. And like, what the heck are they going to do with that? I've seen a lot of people already talking about all sorts of games that could take advantage of that. The fact that Nintendo games could have like a mouse-like controller. And oh boy, I've got some specific games that I really want to utilize that. Mario Maker Free, actually having some solid level building controls again. Ooh, Kid Icarus, ooh boy. Man, I am looking forward to what they do with that mouse gimmick. It has potential if it's not too gimmicky, but we'll see. But yeah, I feel like overall, this reveal did everything that it needed to do. But I can understand the arguments that it was a pretty corporate feeling reveal. Like, there's no kinetic energy with people in the trailer. It really just focuses on the system like a freaking Apple commercial, and it just has no like interesting music like the original Switch reveal. They show one game, but yet it is just one game. Like, I feel like they really could have shown a few more games to really make it clear that this is a new system. Only showing one game, and a game that you could probably mistake for another Nintendo game, was definitely not the best idea. But overall, I thought the reveal did what it needed to do, and Nintendo Switch 2, it's here. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about it. But now, let's talk about that one new game that they showed off in the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal, which is Mario Kart 9, baby! It's finally real! The true successor to Mario Kart 8 is finally real after so many years of agonizing waiting. Like, oh my goodness, I have been waiting for this game for so freaking long, and seeing it as like the first thing that we see with this new system is just like, oh man, that alone made me like lose it. This is why I was so peeved that they shadow dropped the reveal, because if y'all could have seen my live reaction when I saw that, oh my goodness, like the sigh of relief I gave out in the scream was just unreal. But yeah, I'm so annoyed. But let's talk about Mario Kart 9 a bit, or 10, but man, it's so annoying that we don't know the name of this game. Like, there's gonna be so much debating on whether it's called Mario Kart 9 or 10 until Nintendo officially reveals what the name of this freaking game is. Personally, I'm hoping that it has a subtitle, but just whatever. Let's talk about Mario Kart 9 now. So, we don't see much about the game. We see clips that obviously people have analyzed to death. Like, people have just zoomed in on these clips and just analyzed the mess out of them, as you would expect from us crazy Nintendo fans. And all we know is that we have this freaking track that looks like it's from Radiator Springs, from the freaking Cars movie, the Pixar movie, which just killed me with those comparisons. Apparently, there's going to be 24 racers at once now, because at the starting line position, there's like 25 spots instead of the usual like 12, which is crazy. Like, the idea that a Mario Kart race could have that many people sounds absolutely insane and terrifying. Like, that's something that, oh man, that's something that could either be really good or really bad, but I'll talk more about that another time. And then the big talking point with this game is that there's a lot of design and like little art style changes with this game to help separate it from Mario Kart 8. Like, the big one is that Donkey Kong is no longer in his rare design. He has a design that more so resembles his classic design, his movie design. People call it the movie design, but it's vaguely based on his original design. And this started a whole thing where people are like, oh, are they erasing the rare DK design? Is like rare DK just being erased from existence? Does Nintendo just want to annihilate Donkey Kong's entire identity? Which I think some people are exaggerating with that. Like, I don't necessarily think they're trying to backtrack on everything about the Donkey Kong Country games, because those games are just such a big part of Donkey Kong's identity. I don't think Nintendo could erase them if they tried. Like, I know people have their theories that Miyamoto really hates like Rare and what they did with DK, but fact of the matter is they were just carrying that franchise for such a long point that it's just so ingrained into the identity of the Donkey Kong brand. Heck, literally the day of the Nintendo Switch reveal, Donkey Kong Country Returns HD came out, which is just like, again, like, why did they just drop the reveal on the same day as the release of a new game? I don't understand Nintendo, bro. But yeah, I think some people are exaggerating with the whole Donkey Kong design thing, because even when you like look at the theme parks, his design is like mostly based on the rare DK. Like, I don't think they're gonna try and move too far away from rare DK, but I definitely could see a concern, especially if we see this design popping up in some of the other Mario spin-offs, and especially if we get a new Donkey Kong game and, well, that's what he looks like. And I don't entirely hate this design. I don't think it's the absolute worst thing, but I definitely could see an argument and a preference for the rare DK design. Like, at the end of the day, Donkey Kong is a freaking gorilla. He's not a character that I'm exactly crazy about when it comes to his design. But as for the other characters, they look about pretty standard in terms of their designs. Although one thing some people have noticed is that Princess Peach is now riding a bike with her dress, and I really hope that's a sign for alternate costumes, bro. Please bring in alternate costumes. And I really hope that's not a sign that they just erased the biker outfits entirely, because no, bro, you're gonna take Biker Peach, Biker Daisy, Biker Rosalina, Biker Pauline from us, bro? Why? Like, I hope Nintendo is not that stupid, but I don't think they are, because again, we saw Biker Peach in the Mario movie, so I highly doubt they're gonna erase the biker outfits from existence. I think this is more likely a sign that maybe we are getting alternate costumes. But yeah, there's all sorts of stuff I could speculate with this new Mario Kart game, but I have to stop it here. Otherwise, I will be sitting here rambling for hours. That's probably something I'll talk about more in a video where I talk more about what the potential games for Switch 2 are, what could go alongside this Mario Kart game in terms of being a big game for the Nintendo Switch 2 in 2025. Like, there's a lot to talk about there. I'm thinking of making it an entire podcast, an episode of the new Super Gaming Squad, but no promises on that. But yeah, besides Mario Kart, the system itself, the mouse gimmick, and the name, Nintendo didn't really give us much else to talk about with this new system. And this is because we do have a follow-up Nintendo Direct where they are going to give more details about the system and what its games are going to be, but it's on April 2nd, a day after April Fool's. Oh my goodness, the fake leaks for this direct are gonna be so unbearable. Oh my goodness. But yeah, point is, it's very far away. We have a little ways to go before we get our full breakdown on the Switch 2 here, and it's not too far, so I don't think it's gonna be an unbearable wait, but it's definitely going to be a wait. And some people argue, are Nintendo kind of just still dragging this out too long? And I'm very mixed on it, because I understand that they need a little more time to prepare the system and make sure everything is ready with its games and all that. But I really hope that this wait is worth it, man. Like, I really hope that new Mario Kart game is on point. I hope that they have some other games to show off and all that stuff. But again, that's stuff I can break down more when I'm talking about my predictions, thoughts, and other expectations for that direct. Maybe in a podcast, maybe on my own. We'll see what happens. Also, there's apparently rumors that we could get one more Nintendo Direct dedicated to the original Nintendo Switch. And there's been all sorts of games rumored that could be on just the base Switch that we have alone. Like, some people still think that we're getting the rest of the Metroid Prime games to prepare us for Metroid Prime 4, which Metroid Prime 4, oh boy, that game. A lot of people still cannot decide whether that's going to be still a Switch 1 game or if that's something they've moved to Switch 2. We have no idea anymore. Maybe they'll have something Zelda there, because they usually like to have one Zelda thing per year. Maybe we'll get Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD at last. I have no freaking idea. There's apparently been a Fire Emblem remake that's been rumored for ages now. And Pokemon Legends ZA, what the heck is going on with that? Like, we haven't seen jack all about that game in quite a while. And we're probably going to see new information about that game. And it's going to be very interesting. I don't think that's a game that's going to be moved to Switch 2. But I do think that's going to be another big game that comes out this year. And maybe we get some updates to NSO. Like, I'm still waiting for Donkey Kong 64 or Conquer. Conquer would never happen, but it'd be funny. It'd be really funny if it happened. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think a Nintendo Switch 1 Direct has some potential for some interesting reveals. And one big one that Nate the Hate has apparently said could be happening is a Planet Robobot HD, which, oh my goodness, if this rumor is true, if Planet Robobot HD is true, y'all are gonna see me go absolutely crazy, because that's not only one of my favorite Kirby games, that's one of my favorite games of all time. Like, getting an HD version of that game would make me lose it, especially if they treat it the same way as Return to Dreamland HD, where they add new content and stuff. Oh my goodness. Oh, y'all are not ready. I'm gonna be so annoying if that gets announced. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to talk about right now about the Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo's 2025 has a lot of potential to go absolutely crazy. Like, this year has a lot of potential to be their best year in ages. But I do have my concerns in certain places, especially with the fact that this big Direct is in April. So, like, when the heck is the Nintendo Switch 2 even coming out? Is it still gonna come out in the 2025 period, or is it gonna be something that comes out like at the last second in the holiday? So basically it doesn't come out in 2025 and we gotta wait till 2026 to really see all this stuff. Like, I hope that's not the case, but I have a decent amount of hope that the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out this year, and we will see a lot of those big games this year. So yeah, if that's the case, I'm very excited to start this next generation of Nintendo with y'all, and here's to a good one. If you've made it to this point of the video, thank you for watching all the way until the end. What are your thoughts on the reveal of the Nintendo Switch 2? Do you like the name? Do you think there's certain things they could have done about the reveal better? Are you excited for the new Mario Kart? Let me know in the comments down below. And be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new to it, and follow my additional social media in the description for more content and updates. This has been 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗋, and I'm out. Peace.